I really hate it when people who write interfaces, human interfaces for computers and that sort of thing, think they're fixing something by making it a pain in the ass. One of the examples I have is when I first boot up this phone, I go to the camera app. The first thing it asks me every single time is, do you want to save your stuff on the SIM card? And it's like, yes, I've told you this every single time I boot it up. It does not save that setting. And I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know if it's because I encrypt it. I don't know if it's because if it's just the way some committee decided to do it, or if it's just some byproduct of they only tested it once. And, I don't know what that's from, but it doesn't work. And you get that. You get all of the time in Windows. You drag and drop something. Are you sure you want to do what you just told me to do? It's like it just gets to the point where you just click yes. You don't even think what they're asking you anymore. You're just like drag and drop yes, drag and drop yes, drag and drop yes, and you don't think anymore of what you're being asked. It's just part of the muscle memory that just pushes it forward, and you're not consciously thinking about it. So it ends up being a needless complexity. And at some point, somebody's asking, like, why are we doing this? Nobody's reading any of the instructions or the warnings that we're giving them. And they finally end up fixing it 10 years down the road. Anyway, I don't know. Interfaces, I'm finding out, human interfaces, I'm finding out, are an entire genre of complexity at large companies. When you work at a large software company, it is amazing how much effort pours into every error message, because it might cost you a phone call on every single box to have the wrong error message put in there. It might cost you multiple issues with support later on, sending somebody out to the place if the interface isn't clear on what the user needs to do. And it's like those decisions that cost the company money. Oh God, I'm gonna get it cascades so deep into the system, every little nuance, and then whether the corners around it or something. I don't know. It's just insane how difficult it is to communicate something to human beings, especially when you're international and you don't understand. A friend of mine told me once. I probably already talked about this. He's from the West. He's from right here in Texas, and he married a Chinese girl, and he went to China. And he's like, the crosswalks beep at you, but you get a beep that goes dee dee dee, or you get a beep that goes dee dee dee, and like which one's which? Well, it's a cultural thing. Apparently, there's some nursery rhyme about go and stop, and the tones get put in your head when to go, when to stop, and it's all based on a sentence. Because remember, some Chinese variants are tonal languages, and that has something to do with the sentence that says you may go, or you have to stay, or something like that. So there's a whole cultural thing. You have to connect the dots somewhere along the way, and we don't even have a tonal. We don't have anything tonal in the U.S., so we don't grasp any of that. Most of Western culture probably doesn't. But anyway, it's just insane when you hit these little niggly things that just eat at you about the interface of whatever program or whatever phone you're using or whatever. And then if you knew the careers that were on the line, that be the way it is, it would drive you nuts.